everybody. I just wanted to say good afternoon. So I just gained some clarity thanks to another reader. I've been talking about this wealthy man for a while now. A while. There's this wealthy man that keeps coming up in my readings, coming up in other people's readings. This wealthy man and this community. It's the tarot community. This wealthy man donates a lot of money and buys tarot readings from a lot of people in the tarot community, from the tarot community. The problem is that most of these people that he's purchasing are working for the dark side, siphoning his energy, taking his money, casting spells. Whoever you are, please be very careful who you get readings from. Divinate. This is a pendulum. If you aren't sure if somebody should be doing a reading for you, if you have a question as to whether or not you think this person is the right person to do a reading for you, divinate. Buy yourself a pendulum and program it to answer your questions. Mine is programmed for me, but each person can program it differently. Back and forth, no. Side to side, no. Forward to back, yes. Side to side, I don't know. Circles. However you want to make it answer you. Program it. When you sit down with it, hold it in your hand, pray over it. Pray over it. Pray to God over it. Ask Jesus and your spirit guides, your ancestors, to guide it. And ask if you should be getting a reading from the person that you're getting the readings from, because these people are doing terrible things to a lot of people, even to other tarot readers. Please be mindful, be careful, and go get yourself a pendulum. Get yourself a pendulum. You can go on YouTube and you can find out what you need to do in order to program it. This will help you immensely as to whether or not you should be getting a reading from somebody. It'll even help you with questions that you have about certain things. You have to make sure you cleanse it. Put it in the full moonlight. If it's stone. Salt. Preferably sea salt. Cleanse it. And Palo Santo sticks or sage. Just cleanse it. Preferably before each use. That's what I do. I cleanse it before each use. And thank your ancestors and God and the divine for answering whenever you're done using it. I believe that this wealthy man has, if this hasn't already happened, it is about to happen, that he is stopping his funding for this tarot community, which is now why they are attacking other tarot readers, the gifted true tarot readers. There is actually somebody in tarot land that is now going to go on a date or a vacation or some kind of outing with another wealthy man, trying to pull him in to give them back what you are no longer going to be giving them. So they're trying to suck more people in. So let's get this word out there that we really need to be careful. Tell them about the pendulum. There are other ways. I mean, there are dowsing rods. There's so many ways that you can talk to the spirit guides and God and the divine and Jesus. There are so many ways. We've all been taught that those things were evil, but they're not. It's all the intention in your heart. That's all that matters, is the intention in your heart. If you do something with a bad intention, if you're looking for, fast money, and it doesn't matter how you get it, and that, well, of course that's not a good intention. But if you have a pure heart and you use one of those things, it's going to be fine. Everything is intention based. Everything is intention based. I can't say that enough. A lot of people think that reading tarot is bad, but it is not, because it's all about the intention in your heart. But when you have people out here who are doing tarot readings with the intention of they've already taken money from people to do bad things against other people, then every reading that they give you is going to be a bad reading. It's going to be misinformation. It's going to cost you something. It's going to make you sick, because they're doing it with bad intentions. They've already taken something. They sold their soul, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They sold their soul for the mighty dollar, and they will be willing to tell you whatever you want to hear, even if it's not the right thing, as long as it lines their pockets. So whoever this new man is, it's my understanding that he is going to see this. He's going to hear something about this. He's going to know that these people are bullies. They're bullies and they're thieves. And he's not going to fall for it. And I'm so very thankful. So very thankful that he's going to see through you. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And I'm hearing that there are many, many, many people in the tarot community that had true gifts that are going to be losing their gifts, have lost their gifts, and others have received their gifts because of trying to make them a sacrifice. And in trying to sacrifice me, I got your gifts. And others, you're losing them. You're just going to be reading cards now. You're not going to have spirit in your ear anymore. On the other side of things, my family, I keep being told about a child, something about a child having to do with me. Well, my children are grown. I was having a really hard time trying to figure out what that meant. I at one point mentioned that there was something in the courts, something going on in the courts about a child that wasn't mine, something happening with a child that was maybe taken from me, placed in foster care, and now they're trying to have this child played off as my child, and then having this child receive my inheritance. But this is not my child that is supposedly in this foster care that my family or supposedly is taking care of. This is not my child. I've only had 2 children. They're grown. So whoever's child this is, I would think this is probably an abducted child, is what I'm thinking, honestly. Remember, I told you the other day that they were sacrificing a child. I think this child is probably a child that has been kidnapped, trafficked, and now they're trying to play it off like it's my child. DNA tests, people. Ready and willing, any day, anytime. You just tell me when, because I'm ready. They're trying to say this child is mine so that this child can take my inheritance after they try to prove that I'm crazy, because, they've been trying to do that for my whole freaking life. But they're not successful. As a matter of fact, they're the ones that are starting to look like they're off their rocker. They're trying to hold it together, but they're not doing a very good job. People see them for who they are. And even though they are on the outside thinking that they're holding it together, people can still see that they're not holding it together very well. All the spells of trying to get me to fly off the handle and act crazy and be cuckoo. Somebody approaches me and does something and I'm going to go off on them. Well, those spells are going back to y'all. So I would imagine that, there's going to be a situation, if it hasn't already happened, where somebody's going to come across you and poke a button and you're going to go off. You're just going to go off like a mad person. Because everything that you have wanted for me is what is returning to you. And Mr. Wealthy Man and other wealthy man and anybody else who's talking or thinking or considering using the tarot community, I want you to know that Satan gives people gifts too. So you need to be very careful. Very careful who you're watching, who you're getting readings from, and who you trust. I'm sorry that it has to be that way. You would think, but it's been my life experience that just when you think you know something, you don't really know anything. And over the past year, that's been even more true. There are a lot of really good tarot readers out there too. So please don't think that there isn't somebody that you can trust. There are people with integrity. There are people. Such as myself. I have integrity. There are others as well that you can count on. I really don't like name dropping, but if you want to send me, an email or something, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you out with, who you can trust and who you can't. I'd be happy to help you with that. All right. I'm going to go. I just wanted to put that out there because this is something that has been coming through all day today. And then when I saw this tarot reader, everything just completely clicked in my head. I got clarity. So anybody that that watches tarot, please tell them to be careful. Reach out. I'll let you know if it's somebody that you should be watching or somebody you shouldn't be watching. I'll be happy to do that. You can trust me. I promise you can trust me. That's me selling myself a little bit. I'm not very good at it. I'm still learning how to do that, but I have integrity. And I won't accept money for anything. I earn my money the right way. All right, I'm going to go. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I don't know if I'll be on here again tonight. It just depends on how things go. But please love each other. Love yourselves. And you know that I love you. I'll catch y'all later.